Hello everyone! I hope you guys are having a wonderful week. I'm Penelope and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about one of my favorite TV shows. I am a huge fan of Friends. It's the only thing I have watched on repeat and never get tired. When I was in New York, I didn't want to miss the opportunity to go to the Friends Museum, and so my husband and I went and we had a blast. This video is not being sponsored by the museum. This is just my review. So it was $50 per person. When we went, it was only $50. I think it's $60 right now, so $120 for the time that you'll be in there. We took about 2.5 hours to get through the whole museum. We took our time. Nobody rushed us. Everyone wanted to be there. Everyone was excited. Everyone was a fan. So it was definitely the best experience I've had in a museum so far. For those of you wondering if it's worth paying all that money for just a museum, I will show you everything there is in there. There were some parts that I believe I couldn't take pictures, but overall I took videos and pictures of almost everything. So you'll be the judge if it is worth the money or not. So our price included, it was just the standard ticket. They have a VIP option that is more expensive. I believe it's $85 per person, which is almost $200. I don't think it's worth it unless you really just want to pay that. It includes all the digital pictures that you take. That's how they make their money. They do give you a mug from Central Perk at the end of the tour, and I believe they also give you digital prints. It is up to you if you want to do the VIP version. We didn't do the VIP. I just wanted to go to the museum, and I thought it was worth the price just for the museum. Parking was not easy to find, but it wasn't too hard either. We did park about a block from where the museum actually is, because it's in the middle of a main street. So it was, I wish that they had better parking, but they didn't, and it's okay. It's New York. I'm used to it. So after we parked, we went into the museum. There was someone out there that took our ticket, and then they put us in this room with everyone else who had booked for that time. So everything is based on the time. And if you go to their website, you can see like 10 a.m. and then 10:30 and then 12 p.m. But I believe there's a 2-hour difference sometimes, depending on the day that you decide to go. After we were put in the room, everyone there was kind of like talking to each other. We were bonding. We were like, oh my God, this is the Friends Museum. We're about to have so much fun. So we were just bonding. Then 2 staff members came in. They explained the rules, what not to do, what we can do, what we will see. And after that was done, the walls behind the staff opened up. I was not recording, so they didn't say you can record this part. They didn't say that, so I totally missed that part. However, right after they open the walls, it goes into the fountain, which is the theme, you know, at the beginning of every episode on Friends. We thought it was brilliant. It looked super cool. They had all the lights going. They even had the couch there, and everyone walked in and lined up to take pictures on the couch. They'll tell you how to pose, and it was pretty quickly. We didn't have to be standing there for a long time. I think it was maybe 5 minutes at most, if not less. So after everyone had taken the picture, then they guided us to continue the tour. We were guided into the first room, which is where they have displayed all of the outfits from the first episode of Friends. I forgot to mention that when they were giving us the rundown of what not to do and what to do, they also told us that some of the props that they have in there are from the actual show. So that's the reason why we couldn't touch or sit on some of the objects and items that were there. In room 1, you can see the outfits, and then you keep walking, and they also have the signed scripts from the first episode and the last episodes, which is, you know, part 1 and part 2 of Friends. And I thought that was so nostalgic. I was like, oh my God. Every time I finished Friends, I just restarted. As we walked on, there was an entire room full of all of the outfits and all of the props they use, all of the objects. You know, they even had the turkey. that Monica put on her head. And they had all TVs playing the episodes, you know, where they were seen with the clothes. I thought that was so creative in how they did that. And I wouldn't have thought that they would have like the actual clothes that they put on to do the show on the museum. But hey, that's why I was there, because I wanted to see what they got, and it was great. It was honestly great to see it. The museum has about like 12 if not 13 or more rooms, and this was only room 1, not room 1, room 2, because room 1 is the fountain. So room 2. Room 3 had Joey's fantasy with the penguin, his stuffed animal that he's had since forever. And I would have never thought they would do something like that. So it was all yellow. I took a video of it. I was like super excited to be there. And he was like, I got secrets on my own. So I thought it was cute. It was really cute. Room number 4, I had pivot scene, where, you know, Ross is trying to move the new couch that he just purchased, with Rachel trying to move it up the stairs, and they, you know, bring Chandler in, and they're trying to pivot so it can fit. At the end of the day, they don't. They kind of like cut it in half. But you could take pictures there. You could take your own pictures, or there was someone there with a professional camera, and you could take those pictures there. In room 5, they did a room for the wedding episodes. I guess that's what they were going for. So they had Rachel's pink dress, like bridesmaid's dress, from that wedding that she went for her best friend or ex-best friend, whatever. And they also had Phoebe's wedding dress. That was so cute. You know, the one she wore for Mike's and her wedding. I mean, she only got married one time. So they had her wedding dress, and they also had a prop of the chapel in Vegas where Rachel and Ross got married. It was all pink as well. It was kind of purple. And I didn't think I was gonna see that, so that was definitely a surprise for me. In the next room, they had the box where Chandler was in it, because, you know, Joey made him be in the box after kissing his girlfriend, and they had it right in the middle of the room. And they also had clothes from the past, you know, like when they were in high school. So they had those clothes there too, which again, I didn't think I was gonna see clothes, so that was really cool. I think it was a really cool idea to see it, to actually see it in person, because I mean, I've seen the episode so many times, but to see it in person was a different thing. So we did spend a little bit of time in each one of these rooms. So then we walked out, and there were these stairs that had the lyrics of the song on them as you were walking up, and I was like, that is so clever. So you walk up the stairs, and then you are in Monica's apartment, which was the one that I wanted to see the most. And it is exactly like I imagined it to be. It actually was. It looked smaller in real life, and it had everything. You could sit on the living room, you could sit on the kitchen table, the round kitchen table, and you could even go to the balcony and poke the ugly naked guy. So there's this episode on Friends, as you guys remember, that they made this poking device with chopsticks to make sure that the ugly naked guy is safe and he's alive. So you could go out there, and they actually had the poking device, and you could like poke it, and he would be like hitting himself, like groaning, because he was being disturbed. So they had also like sounds of the city going, so it felt like you were really outside. That was really cool. I was not expecting to actually be in the balcony, and you could see from the balcony, you could see inside. So it made it look real, like it was an actual apartment that we were in. I didn't want to leave that room. I remember I stayed there. We sat on the couch, my husband and I, we took pictures, we were talking, and I was just looking around. No, you cannot see Monica's and Rachel's room, which is interesting, because I thought that they would have those, but they didn't. After that, we went to another room that had the trivia. They had trivia games in display, so if you wanted to play, you could just click the screen and play them. I did. I played on one of them and missed one. I missed one question, but okay. They also had an area for the hallway, and I pretended that I was about to knock on the guy's doors. I took some pictures there just to, you know, so people can know that I actually was there. So right before getting to Joey and Chandler's apartment, there is this wall that is full of the drawings and the drawings from this little tablet board eraser that they will always leave notes on. They had every single one that was used in the show. So one for every single episode, and it was completely covered. Honestly, it was surprising to see. That's one of those things that I really didn't pay attention a lot when I was watching the show, and it's definitely one of the things that I do pay attention now, because I did take a picture of the wall, and I would have never guessed that that was something that went in there. Honestly, the details that were put into this museum is amazing. There are little things that you see in the show that you would never think were important. All is not important enough to be in the museum, and they're there. In room 10, we like almost done with the tour. We get to Joey and Chandler's apartment, and it's like an exact replica. Now, they left the console, the TV console that Joey made, that it was completely oversized and it was covering like half of both of their doors. They had it there. Also had the football table. My husband and I play a little on the football team. It looked exactly like the TV show. So after we get out of Joey and Chandler's apartment, we turn into this alleyway. The alley is a replica of the outside alley where Phoebe had her cab in one of the episodes, you know, like her grandmother's cab. And they also had hanging the pictures, the horrible paintings that she made, like 4D, that were coming out. It looks so much scarier in real life. So the last place that you get to see is the coffee place in Central Park. And it's an actual working cafe. So they do sell things there for you to buy. You can sit at the window that says Central Park if you want to. You can take pictures there as well. They take pictures for you with the coffee mugs that says Central Park. And those pictures, of course, are for you to buy at the end. You know, if you want to do that. So, but we took pictures of everything, and they took pictures of us. You're not really required to buy the digital and the print that they sell if you don't want to or can't afford it. It's honestly expensive for what it is. It's just a picture. So I'm happy that they allow us to take as many pictures as we wanted to from our phones, and I had my own camera, so I took quality pictures and I didn't need to purchase theirs. That may change in the future, I don't know, just because it is, at the end of the day, it is a business, and they're trying to sell and they're trying to stay in business. After everything you guys have seen in this video, is the Friends experience worth it? In my personal opinion, yes, it is. A 10 out of 10 experience if you are a true fan of Friends. If you've seen the show but you're like, it's okay, don't go. Okay, it's not for you. This is really for people who are truly fans, and I am a fan of Friends. I have zero regrets of spending that money. I believe it is worth it. I would do it again, and if I had the opportunity, because I just had so much fun. I hope you guys found this video helpful. I hope it answered all of your questions. If you are in New York City, please do not forget to go to the Friend experience if you are a true fan of Friends. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.